Wipe off with the lens. Alright, so what. Wait until some people load in for the live, then we just go a little chatting with the guys. It's been a while since I have not gone live. You know what I mean? And we just have to go and talk to them. So wait until some people load up on the live, then we'll have a reason with them. Alright, so we have some people a load up on the live. So big up on yourself. To everybody that has always been supporting what we do over here. Yeah man, you know we already black and report. So we're not doing that build up on some negativity because you know the older I get and you see gray hair show, I know gray hair show, so the older I get is the wiser I get. And part of me getting older is I understand that you're always going to have people who hate success. You're always going to have people who are going to do everything that they power to tear you down. And learn something too in our lifestyle. And everybody have to try help. Because everybody deserving of your blessing. So my focus on going forward is to focus on building Richard Brown Films, helping it to get bigger and more mainstream. So I do everything in my power as it pertains to that. And part of that is acquiring all the necessary tools to help me to get that. Recently, I lose two camera mash up. And I sending it to get repaired and I get them back yet. So with the help of somebody who believes in what I do, because I don't like to call names, you know, sometimes people prefer to do things on the behind the scenes. So with the help of somebody who really believes in our Richard Brown Films, we buy 2 new cameras and we are waiting for them to come. So I just have to put it out there, say if there are persons out here that wants to help the movement and help it to grow and get better and you know just in general help, please feel free to reach out and contribute and just help the movements going, because we've been putting good work. We've been do some things where we never used to do in terms of the quality of the work and in terms of the quality of the stories. You know, it's just overall growth. And we have to give God thanks to that. Now, let's touch on the main reason why we're alive. Because we don't like to dwell on negativity, you know, because we don't know that only have a hold me back. So let's step forward now we are doing. So now we're dropping a new movie tomorrow. So please look out for the new movie. We are trying to drop it as early as possible. So look out for the notification. If you don't get no notification, please visit the channel and look out for it. Tomorrow it will drop tomorrow. My son do some final touches on it right now and I watch it and I make some corrections so we can probably upload it and set it unlisted from tonight. So morning early we can drop it. Big up yourself, Fabian. Give thanks to all of the love and support you've been adding to the channel. Respect. Yeah, so you know, we just try to do the things and we're gonna help us to get better, and we feel like it's getting there. You know, we've been a talk about a lot of things, and a lot of it we have seen it come to, we have seen it manifest. You know what I mean? We have seen it manifest, and we have to just give God thanks for that. I don't know, but it's Angela. I don't know which channel you're watching, you know. I don't know which channel you're watching, because if you're an avid supporter of Richard Brown Films, you would know the type of content that we create. So I don't know what channel you're watching or which channel you're watching, because a lot of people tend to watch a lot of these channels because there's a lot of people making movies, and a lot of people tend to watch a lot of the channels, and they don't differentiate the channels. Because I've seen people call me and ask about movie when I'm in do it. So people need to differentiate the channels, not only by subscriber count, but by the quality of the work and also the story itself. People need to can differentiate. You can't watch one movie and you feel like, say, Ryan Coogler do all of them. There's Steven Spielberg, there's so much other directors out there. You can't watch every movie and think of Tyler Perry did. So people need to can start differentiate Richard Brown Films from other movies. You know what I mean? And that is no pun intended, and that is no disrespect. And the reason why I say so is a comment that I just read where the lady say, love your movies, but I don't like when these young girls always talking about man, please make it more positive for these young ladies. I don't know which movie you're talking, and I don't do those type of movies. Every movie we're gonna do comes with a positive message, and also sometimes there is going to be some form of negativity in some of the movie them to, because such is life. And it's not life mimicking movie, it's movie mimicking life. Meaning that I always see it happening in a real life with portraying in the films. So it's not the other way around. You know what I mean? Just like somebody watching and I say, oh Richard, I don't like this movie that you do. Don't do any more of these movies because you're giving the police and the bad man them ideas. They are giving me ideas. It's the other way around. So people need to understand that it's art mimicking real life, not real life mimicking movies, if that makes sense. So with that said, there are, even though somebody can get just buy 2 brand new cameras because 2 mash up, I still try to work on getting back a drone. I'm still working on getting another computer because I have one more. I think we need one more. So I'm working on getting one more computer because I don't want what happened to me the other day happen again. Which one camera mash up, I'm sending to get fixed and you know fixed, and the other one mash up, I'm sending to get fixed. I'm still waiting on those 2 to come back, and then they have to hurry up and get back to a brand new camera. So I don't want that to happen, especially with a laptop, because if that happens, it will put up on the back burner in terms of putting out content and putting out work. So I want to secure myself, so I want to get a brand new laptop and a drone. So that's the next goal we're working at. Alright, so yeah, the thing when we really come live to talk about, other than getting some more equipment and a movie job tomorrow, is one of the biggest challenge that we face in creating these movies is prop gun. Prop gun is one of the biggest challenges we face. So prop guns is one of the biggest difficulties that we face. So if there are anybody who watch a movie, I watch we do the live there. And you have access to prop guns, reach out to me on Instagram, Richard Brown Films, and we can probably talk. Even though we know in Jamaica it's ridiculous when it comes to having prop guns, because there's this new law that firearm act that passed. Wait, ridiculous. Wait, don't make no sense. Because we are the movie. It's not like we take these prop guns and rob nobody. I will have them careless. Everybody have access to them. It is secure. We use them. We put them back up, and it's done. But we want to get some prop guns for myself because that is one of my biggest challenge right now. Having 2 solid prop guns to use because our aim is to work on some serious projects, and anyway you take it, we are going to need certain prop guns. You don't want to say hi to people? You don't want to say hi to them? You don't want to say hi? Okay, she said she don't. Eh? No, I don't want to just call out the name and then you don't want to come. So I ask and then introduce you and you come. Alright, so as I said, yeah, we want some prop guns. That is something where really important in getting certain content done, especially if you have people play police and if you have people play Batman, you're going to need prop gun. So that is something that is very important in creating this content. You know what I mean? So that's something that we need. So if you are a person out there who have access to prop guns, please reach out to me. Let me know. And if you know anybody will have none, reach out to them too and tell them to leave me. Also, if you have any access to, or anybody who are watching live, know anybody who have the know-how to get the how do you put this? If you get I wouldn't call it a license, or if you get the right type of requirements, if you have these prop guns, also let me know because that's important too. We not only want to have the prop guns, but we want to ensure that we have the requirements to have them. So that is one of the things. I know it's very difficult to bring them in the country. That's why we're not even attempt that. You know what I mean? But we definitely want some good prop guns to use in these films. As I said, we have seen tremendous growth in the past 2 years, because that's when we actually leave from Negril and come to Petersfield. The end of this year is going to be 3 years, I think. So we have been here for quite some time now, and the transition has been good. You know what I mean? The transition has been good. You know, so we really love the fact that you're here and putting in some work. And we just hope that going down to next year we can do some different things. I have a lot of things in the pipeline, a lot of things that I have planned that I want to get done. I'm going to talk a lot about it, but I can give you a hint. Part of it is that I want to build a small studio. You know, I want to definitely build a small studio. I want to build a studio space because the thing is, resources is always one of the biggest challenges that we face in this that we're doing. Yeah, so want to build a small studio. So part of it is, if I had the money, I would acquire a piece of land to do that, but I might have to go through the route of leasing a property and start putting up some structure. I'm in talks with somebody, we call them today, and so by after the holidays, which is this weekend going into Monday, I'll call them back and probably go look on the land and see if we can start put certain things in place. Get a big enough piece. Move back home tomorrow. When you Mama run things. Oh, Mama run things. So that's the name of the movie, Mama run things. So we say we want to acquire the piece of land and we want to start small. Because we don't have money, so we have to start small. We want to actually put up Just like the apartment for me, you know, I want to put up 2 room, bathroom, and a living room. That is exactly what we want to put up first. And then we want to go into putting up some other rooms like a little office space where we can shoot an office scene, a lawyer's office. We want to put up a space where it's a doctor office with a doctor bed and this is like a hospital setting. Then we want to put up a little police station. So there are things that I have in mind that I want to put up, and I want to make them very inexpensive, meaning that I not necessarily have a build out of concrete, because that's expensive. So I will probably get the concrete board and do them. But I think I just want to start off small. So once we acquire the land, then you have to see me make an official video, or even at the end of the movie, then we might just make a video asking for help to see if we can start put up some structure, because I feel like whatever you're doing in life, sometimes it's like making a movie. A lot of times we don't have the zeal and what would call it, the zeal to do a movie. And once we start the movie, we just have to just start shoot 1 or 2 scenes. Once we shoot 1 or 2 scenes, then the movie just start and it just finish. That's how we do it. So I feel like it's the same process with certain things in life. Like for example, we get the land, and once we get the land, once we get the land, then we just start build. And once we start build, then the rest is history. You know what I mean? That's the vision that I have. And I am happy. In my spirit, I'm happy. And part of the reason why I'm happy is that for the last 2 movies that, and it is kind of a way for me to jump from topic to topic, but that's how my brain works. For the last 2 movies that I did, I'm going to tell you my son did the writing. The real G-A-B-I, Gabby. If you watch it, go on the channel. We have a trailer up for the new movie that comes. So go and watch the trailer on the channel, and then you will know what new movie will be coming, and it is tomorrow. Alright, so as I said, the last 2 movies that I did, my son did the writing. He did a lot of the editing, and a lot of the filming was done between me and him. For the one we will drop tomorrow and the one we did before. And to be honest, I am super proud to know that I don't have to worry if I, right, so that's it. Yeah, right, so as I say, yeah man, so that movie I drop tomorrow. So as I say, I am super proud that my son wrote these 2 movies, and they're well done, you know what I mean, and I feel good that the future of Richard Brown Films is in good hands. You know, I am really proud, honestly. Can't be any more prouder to know that he can write, he can direct, he can film, he can edit. You know, I am super proud. Yeah, the name of the movie, Mama Run Things. Yeah. So as I said, I feel proud that the future of Richard Brown Films is in good hands. You know what I mean? That if God forbid, the pastor away and gone, he is here to carry on the legacy. You know what I mean? And I am making all efforts to ensure that everything is in place as it pertains to what we're doing. That is the reason why I want to make sure that I have camera on top of camera. That means with an outer camera, I want to have more than 1 laptop. Just make sure that things are in place, more than 1 microphone. That if anything happens, we have equipment on top of equipment. So that's the plan. So one of the big things, and I said it in the beginning of the live, and I can say it again, is that thank you to everybody who believe in what we're doing. Because to be honest, without real people, what we are doing would never be possible. Without people who watch what we are doing and subscribe and bring the subscriber count up where it is, we could not reach where we are reach. You know what I mean? With their 226,000 subscribers, and I know by the time the end of June we will be at 230,000 subscribers, and for me that's a milestone. So I believe that by the end of the year we can be at 260,000. I am putting it right there that we can be at 260,000 subscribers. That's the vision. We just are going to put in the work. We're not even watch a subscriber count. We just are putting in the work. We just are trying to make moves. We are trying to make new contacts. We are trying to network with other people. We just are trying our best to get there, because we realize what it's going to take to reach to the next level. And as we talk about getting to the next level, one of the big things is when we say resource is just like I'm going to talk about the studio. That is one of the resources that it's going to help to better what we're doing. Because if we can have 10 good enough. I'm talk to her probably a month ago or so. I texted her, she texted me around 2-3 months ago first, and I was really happy when I received that text. To be honest, I felt good when and based on what the text consists of in terms of what she said in the text, I felt good, and I replied, and I was happy to hear from her. So from time to time, the texts are, just say hi, how you doing, great, whatever. And she's good. She is good. So Jessica just come this a while ago. She just asked if she wants to say hi for the live, and she done. And Javia, then the block up in their room. So just me alone are going around the live anyway, isn't it? Yeah. So yeah, so as I said, we've been putting in the work, we've been make things happen, we've been just be consistent in what we're doing. That's the best we can do. Sometimes I feel like we're not putting out enough work, but I feel like filmmaking is not something that we can force. We can't hurry down the film and just have to put in the work with us. And I think that's part of the reason why what we've been doing in terms of making movies has been so consistent in the quality of the work we do and in the storytelling, because we're patient in what we are doing. We don't race what we are doing. We just take the time and do what we are doing. We just not just put up any, chop, it's done, boom, put up it. We make sure we put in the work and make it make sense. You know what I mean? So yeah, so that's what we do. So big up yourself to everybody that has always been, just loving the content, just showing the love towards what we're doing. We just have to say thank you to everybody. Because to be honest, I tell people this all the time, I could have never done this by myself. It would have been virtually impossible to reach right as I reach by myself. It had to take all the players, everybody who believe in what we are doing. Everybody who played a role in getting us here. It had to take every single body. And a lot of the time, it even draw me back to all the I might be on anthropology. Take the knife for the anthropology place. See how yeah, take it down. Just take it down and take it. So, big up to everybody who played a role in getting us here. You know what I mean? Every single body, even Popeye, Curious, every single Candy, everybody, all the time, every single body. So big up to everybody. Watch the titles, okay? Sometimes they are faulty and titles important. Alright, let me explain that, because a lot of people don't understand YouTube, and I'm not going to say what you're saying, JAG. I'm not going to say what you said wrong, but I'm going to add this to it. Whenever I'm going to give a movie a name, I just don't just give it a name because I feel like to give it a name. It's something that me and my son discuss and say, okay, look at the context of the movie. That is one, and then yeah, me understand what you say as it pertains to being proper, as it pertains to putting on a comma when you say girls or whatever. Yeah, I do understand what you mean. I get what you're saying. But I experience this part of it. As it pertains to me, a lot of the time we think of the context of the movie, and one of the other things outside of context that we look on is we look on and think what is going to work in the sense of the algorithm. If we give it this name, will the algorithm take it and push it out to a lot of people? Or we look and say, okay, let's check if one of these content creators who are making movies have a name like this. And then we say, okay, a person make a movie and the name, that name, so we can't use that name. Because one of the things that we try to not do is we try not to step on nobody's palm, because at the end of the day, I don't want, like say for example, Fire the one movie at it. Say for example, Fire. Where this movie Fire the name? Alright, me do a movie named Girls Are Drugs. And I would feel a sort of way if when me look and me see Alton do a movie and the name. Me do Girls Are Drugs and him do Girls Love Drugs. I would feel a sort of way if you know say, yo, go and just do a movie named Girls Are Drugs and Alton gonna do a movie named Girls Are Drugs. Or Girls Love Drugs. It would feel like, okay, I'm gonna watch my movie and I'm gonna try copy what me I do. And me wouldn't feel a way because me I say, yo, I don't want people to infringe on what me I do. Which I do understand that you have one movie, you have 10 somebody do 10 different movies with the same name. I do understand that happening in a real world. But I feel like our circle as it pertains to Westmoreland is a very small circle. You know what I mean? I want a small circle of where I make a movie. So I don't think nobody needs to really make one movie with the same name or something similar. You know what I mean? And me saying that is just I talk about the point that you made a while ago in terms of names, you know, but we kind of understand what you say as it pertains to making sure the grammar is correct. I do understand that, but I'm not the brightest person in the world, you know what I mean? So sometimes mistakes like those will be made as it pertains to it not being grammatically correct. You know what I mean? But I understand what you're saying. I do understand. I do get what you're saying, which you're correct as it pertains to that. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But as I said, we've been trying to get some things in place. Want a new laptop, want a new drone. You know, I think between the laptop and the drone, we'll look on probably 3.5 US. Because I think we get a good laptop right now, especially the M4 with a good specs, you'll probably around $2 grand. And then if you get a good drone, you'll look probably around $1,500. So around 3.5 we get a good drone and a laptop. And we always need space in terms of hard drives. So those are some of the things that we want to get. But I take it one day at a time. We are going to give God thanks for what we have. Because at the end of the day, nothing can be done without the Creator. You see me? It's been a while since we don't see nobody sending no super chat. Now, what go with that? You know what I mean? What go with the super chat? What go on? don't understand that comment. A lucky dog don't be getting all of me. I don't understand that. But as I say, continue agree where we are doing. And one of the things I feel like I don't love to get a lot of persons in this space, but I feel like we probably need at least 2 more females to work with. And it would be good if those 2 females are in the Westmoreland region. You ready? You ready, Papa? I'm ready. It would be good if they are in the Westmoreland region, but yeah, we want 2 new females. We want 2 new females to work with. It would be good, as we said, they're in the Western region. You know, they're trying to get certain things in place. You know, as we said, we have cameras that come, so getting more equipment in place, meaning that we cannot probably work on more than one project at the same time. You know, Alton over here, so shoot one, you know, Jamaica somewhere else, or Jamaica and Alton. We want to see if we can get more content going. You know what I mean? So that's the vision and the new place that we want to go. But as I said, big up on yourself, like a run left, you know. Time for me go and go eat some dinner and, you know, just rest off myself for tomorrow. Alright, so I don't know exactly if when the question that you're asking, if we need somebody to help me with subtitles, that would be good, because that is one of our biggest challenges in regards to these movies that we're doing. It would be nice if we could have some English subtitles, some proper English subtitles, not only for YouTube, but if we do have good subtitles, then we can probably look to get them outside of YouTube, because there is a platform called Film Hub that is willing to take a lot of these films that we have, and we probably can subscribe them and submit them to them. Alright, so what's up, my man? What's up, my man? I mean, sorry. Link me on Instagram, Richard Brown Films, and we can talk about that some more. Yeah, man, Fabian, I'm proud of him, man, honestly. Like, he has come a far way in regards to the quality of work that he's doing. And I'm not gonna put it like this. We can do a movie where him shoot, edit, and everything, and nobody can tell the difference if I'm doing. And for me, that is really hard work, warming. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. But as I say, we are going to put in some work, man, and the future looks bright. Honestly, the future looks really, really bright. But as I say, big up on yourself. Thank you for the love and support that everybody has been giving. You know, it really goes a far way in regards to the growth. You know what I mean? It goes a far way into the growth that we're doing. That we're in terms of the growth. And it goes a far away, because when persons really come on board and help, strengthen what we are doing. You know what I mean? And that's the most we can ask for. You know what I mean? But big up on yourself and stay tuned. Early tomorrow, movie at that. But when the movie drop, we want to know if you take the movie and share it up. Because a lot of people need to understand this. Part of how the movie them get a lot of views is by you sharing, not just commenting and watching, but also sharing. You know, there's a way where once you click share, you can put it on your WhatsApp status. You know what I mean? If you still use Facebook, you can post it on your Facebook status. Those are some of the ways that help the movie them to really get a lot of views. And also, one of the things that we've been trying to do ever since, you know, and that's something that is create a thing where once persons are interested, you can link up on Instagram and, you know, send me their number, and I can add them to the WhatsApp, where once we create a WhatsApp group, add them to it, and once you do a movie and put it in the WhatsApp group, everybody will get the notification. Because sometimes YouTube they send out the notification, you know what I mean? So we can do it manually too. So big up on yourself. As I said, thank you guys for subscribing, for supporting, just for championing on us. We really appreciate that, because if we don't have an audience, it don't make sense. Big up on yourself. Thank you for the love and support.